There's no place I'd rather be.
Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Blues. Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. We're your hosts, Ben and Mark. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this video out as much as possible. It really helps us out, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. So, apologies for the last few days, or the last weeks. We have not been able to make a video. We've not been able to make a video because there's been lots going on in Britain. But we're back, and we're back for good now. We are really sorry.
Back with vengeance.
Yeah, we're back with a vengeance now, guys. So stay tuned because there'll be lots more videos coming your way for sure.
Exactly.
I have fixed the old chair. So no more me falling out and getting really frustrated with it. So that's great. So yeah, let's just get straight into this. So talk of a new director of football has been going around since Graham Potter's arrival at Chelsea. Graham Potter wants a director of football. Todd Bowley wants a director of football. But who do we get? That's the question. Christoph Freund, or however you say his name, is off the list. He's off the list. He's not coming. I was really excited about him because he found the likes of Haaland, Sadio Mane, Dayo Upamecano, Naby Keita, Karim Adeyemi, all these sorts of fantastic players and talents that he found. He's not coming to Chelsea. RB Salzburg do not want to let him go, and that's a shame because I thought it would have been a really good thing for Chelsea to have him going forward. And Dad, your thoughts on that as a whole?
Yeah, like you said, he would have been a good director of football. Producing a lot of talent throughout the years. So, the man with a resume for the job. So basically we're going to just have to look further afield now. I know there's a few other potential candidates.
Yeah, we'll get into those in a minute. Look, Christoph Freund would have been perfect. He would have been absolutely spot on for us because, let's be real, we need someone who can find us talent. We need someone who can get us into the right positions for transfers. We need someone who knows football inside and out. Todd Bowley is only new to the sport. Todd Bowley is only new to this. He's not well known as football. He's the American man with lots of money who wants to pump money into the club and find solutions for us. But he's not going to be able to find it on his own. So we do need a director of football. The second option was Paul Mitchell from Monaco. He found the likes of Ireland, Tchouameni. He found the likes of Benoit Badiashile. He found all sorts of these sort of talents, and you know what? He looks like a good idea. Is he ready for Chelsea? AS Monaco is from Chelsea is a massive step. I personally don't know. I don't know much about him. I've done little bits and pieces of research, but apart from the fact that he sorted out Benoit Badiashile and Aurelien Tchouameni for Monaco, that's all I know. And I do think he'd be a good choice, but it would take time for him. It would be a time period for him to learn about the club, the way we want to move forward. He would have to learn about Graham Potter, what Graham Potter wants, what players Graham Potter wants to bring in. There's so many different options that Graham Potter wants. I think Graham Potter's already got an idea of players he wants. But to be honest, speaking of Graham Potter, I think we're going to see some Brighton players move our way. I do think we're going to see the likes of Moises Caicedo, Alexis McAllister, Leandro Trossard rumoured to join us, even Tarek Lamptey, someone like that. Yeah. I think there's going to be a lot of this coming up in January. So be prepared for that, guys. There's going to be a lot to talk about. But Dad, Paul Mitchell, your thoughts?
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's experienced as the German guy Freund.
I think he's Austrian. I think he's Austrian.
Austrian, yeah. Salzburg, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He had a lot to do with, yeah.
Yeah.
So, he, like I say, he had the golden recipe, the resume to come to us. There was another one also sitting there. What was his name? Michael Edwards.
Michael Edwards from Liverpool. Now,
Liverpool,
Michael Edwards
yeah.
is a definite no-no. Michael Edwards is a definite no-no, and I'll explain why. We offered him a contract about 5-6 weeks ago during the transfer window, I believe, and he straight up rejected it. He said he wanted a year out of football to not focus on football. He's been with Liverpool, he's been with Tottenham, he's been all over the place. He's a former professional football. He found the likes of Mohamed Salah for Liverpool, Sadio Mane. He brought in Van Dijk, I believe. I think he even sorted out the Firmino deals. Players that that Chelsea back in that time wouldn't touch, wouldn't go near. He found them. He put them into place, and they've done Liverpool a service. And to me, that would have been my choice, but unfortunately, he's not going to come.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't anything personal. You just don't know what goes on behind the facade of these players, managers. You know, personal problems. You know, just like anybody else, they want to take time out. Yeah.
I think he was just taking a sabbatical. Yeah. I think he's a good director of football. Don't get me wrong. I think in terms of what Liverpool have done with their market over the last few years has been fantastic. I do think that Liverpool are still keen. They haven't made any signings of note this summer apart from Darwin Núñez, and I don't take this the wrong way, Liverpool fans. I just don't think he's your man. I don't think he's your man to take you forward. He doesn't look like the type of player you want and the type of player you desire and the player the Klopp desires. In fact, we need to discuss Liverpool very quickly. They're not having a good season. They're not having a good season at all.
No, they're not.
They got absolutely smashed by Napoli the other week. Absolutely smashed. To me, that tells me straight away, are Liverpool meant to be this season? Is Klopp's job under threat? We'll see.
There's a lot of speculation about that.
There was a speculation that Klopp was going to be fired and Tuchel was going to go and take over. Now, I personally don't want that for Tuchel. Because Tuchel, I know he can do better than Liverpool.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be a kick in the teeth?
That would have been a kick in the teeth for me. That would have been a kick in the teeth for me.
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen. So as far as we know, Klopp is keeping his job. Moving on to Maxwell, the other idea that Chelsea had of a sporting director. Maxwell looks good. Maxwell works under the the main director of football under Paris Saint-Germain, former player, Brazilian. They found all sorts of players. They found Kylian Mbappe from Monaco. They managed to get Neymar from Barcelona to PSG. Marco Verratti. They've got all these sorts of fantastic players that are coming in year in, year out. And you know what? That's fantastic. And if we could get Maxwell, we'll see. I do think he'd be a good choice. I do think he's a solid director, assistant director of football at PSG. And I think he could do a job at Chelsea as the main director of football. But what we do need is that structure. We need that structure to come into place now before the January transfer window. Because if we don't, we could be in some serious trouble.
Exactly.
And another thing about Todd Bowley I wanted to talk about just briefly is his idea of an all-star Premier League game. It sounds like Super League, European Super League game. It sounds like those sort of bells are ringing again. That's not great. That's not great. Yeah. That's not great. He was talking about it for charity though. One game instead of taking out the Community Shield instead and putting that in. If you're gonna do it for charity and it's one game, cool.
But do they
use
that excuse of?
But to what cost?
Do they use the excuse of a charity game? Use it some type of pilot scheme to sort of generate money? Then, they're in after. So, with businessmen like this, you've got to be careful. Know what angle.
You've got to be so careful. And Todd Bowley, this is a message to you. If you mess up my football club,
we're coming after you.
We're coming after you. We're coming after you all. Yeah. Look, all you owners out there, money owners, right? The Glazers, FSG, Even Vincent Tan at Cardiff City at the moment's playing games. I just don't think you realise what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't realise who you're playing with here. You're playing with football fans who have loved this game, who've loved the Premier League for year in, year out, and that...
Yeah, and I will say this, piss the Chelsea fans off, and they will come after you.
You've seen
and
it.
And you will have a double-barrel shotgun up your ass, and they'll blow the shit straight out of you. Yeah.
No, I'm telling you. Do you remember what happened with Super League, Dad? The European Super League, the day after,
that was...
when Chelsea fans were roaring outside Stamford Bridge because they had had enough.
Yeah. United we stand.
United we stand for that. And you know what? I'm going to say it again. If Super League crops up, I don't know what I'm going to do, because Roman Abramovich isn't in charge now. It's Todd Bowley. We don't know what he's thinking. I'm willing to give him a chance to see how he does. But if he messes it up and he decides Super League, get him out. Get him out, get him gone. Yeah. But so far, he's put money into the club. He's sacked Tuchel, brought Potter in, looking for a director of football. So those things look positive. But we have got to tread carefully, because we just don't know. We just don't know what he's capable of and what he's going to do. So we'll see. And moving on to the final possibility for director of football. The PSG main director of football, not Maxwell, because he's assistant, but the guy above him. Campos, I think it is. I don't know whether his name is Campos or not. He's from PSG. Now, I do think that'd be a good choice. He's freelance. He works freelance, so he can work for multiple clubs. Look at the players he's found. Neymar, Mbappe, Messi he's brought in. He's brought in Verratti. He's brought in Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Sergio Ramos. There's all sorts of players there he's brought in. If he was to come in, I do think it'd be good. I do think it would be good. But I would like to be careful on that one, because he can be tricky to deal with. Between board, manager and owner, he can be tricky, as we've seen with Tuchel. But guys, we'll see what happens. My choice is Maxwell. I think he's good enough. I think he can do a job. I think he's young and he'll learn on the job, just as Potter is doing, just as Bowley is doing. They'll build something together, and I do think it would be a good choice. Dad, who is your choice?
I would say Maxwell. Yeah, after Freund, now he's not coming. And, let's just see what he makes of it and what transcends from here. And I hope it's, many positive things to come, and raise the bar of our team, because, we're in desperation.
Yes.
The start of the season we've had, and in the Champions League, we need some positivity now. Yeah.
I do think based on the fact that we are in a transition, we have to admit that now. Potter coming in is new. He's got a 5-year deal. It's an opportunity for him now, with very little experience, to build his resume and also build Chelsea back up to what it should be. We've got the players. We do need to get rid of some more players. We need to have a full conversation about some of these players, which we will do.
Like I said previously in my previous video, when you said I was ranting off, about transition periods. Yeah, you can have a transition period. Your transition period, can last a week, a couple of games. But, this is going on. Yeah,
but remember, what we've gone from is Tuchel, Potter, Bowley, new director of football possibly coming in. We have to remember all these things take time to bed in. Potter's ideas are going to take time to bed in. Bowley's ideas and Potter, what Potter wants to do with the squad. It's all going to take time. It's adjustment.
Yeah, I know that.
It's all the time. It's going to be adjustment.
I know it's been an upheaval, especially with Tuchel going, Bowley coming in. Basically, we don't know what we're going to, see of him over time. Yeah, whether he's going to
Be the American
know,
that hides away.
yeah, or he's going to do so many amazing things for our club. Let's just see.
For all we know, he could be an absolute gem of an owner, and he could just be pumping money season after season after season.
It's too early to be judging.
We have to be careful, though. We have to be careful because that idea of the Premier League All Stars game that rings UEFA Super League,
of course,
Super League bells again.
Raises doubts.
That's sending alarm bells off to me. But we'll see what happens. But guys, let us know your thoughts on the thought on the director of football. Who would your choice be? Christoph Freund not in the mix anymore. We have Paul Mitchell, Maxwell, and the other guy from PSG. I can't remember his name. I think it's Campos. But guys, let us know your thoughts. We'd love to hear it. Before we end this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We hope you've all enjoyed the video today. And it's good to be back. And we're good to be back. It's good to be back again doing this for you. We love doing this for you guys. So we hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you have, please make sure you leave a like on the video, comment, subscribe, share the video out as much as possible, turn the notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. And guys, listen, tomorrow is another video. We're going to be putting a plan together now over the next few days, over the next couple of hours now, and the next hours, next days, of what times videos are going to go out. So be ready for that. But guys, hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video out as much as possible. It really helps us out. Turn the notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Tell everyone about the videos. And guys, thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.